EFCC arraigns Bauchi Commissioner for alleged 5.7 billion naira new laundering.
In a development that has sent shockwaves through political and financial circles, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on Tuesday, December 30, 2025, arraigned the Bauchi State Commissioner for Finance, Yakubu Adamu, before the Federal High Court sitting in Maitama, Abuja, over alleged money laundering offences involving a staggering 5.79 billion Nigerian nairas. Let's keep the news rolling, but before then, let's ask ourselves these questions. Why do people love committing crime? Why was the Bauchi State Commissioner for Finance, Yakubu Adamu, arraigned for 5.79 billion Nigerian nairas money laundering? What's the next action to be taken by the EFCC? All these questions will be answered here. Kindly like and subscribe to this channel for more updates like this. In a development that has sent shockwaves through political and financial circles, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on Tuesday, December 30, 2025, arraigned the Bauchi State Commissioner for Finance, Yakubu Adamu, before the Federal High Court sitting in Maitama, Abuja, over alleged money laundering offences involving a staggering 5.79 billion Nigerian nairas. Adamu, who is also a former branch manager of Polaris Bank PLC in Bauchi State, appeared before Justice Emeka White alongside a corporate entity, IAB Agro Product and Freight Company Limited, to answer a 6-count charge bordering on conspiracy and money laundering, offences punishable under the Money Laundering, Prevention and Prohibition Act, 2022. The arraignment marked a dramatic fall from public office to criminal dock for a man once entrusted with overseeing public finances. As court proceedings commenced, Prosecution Counsel, Samuel Aichaim, informed the court that the matter was slated for arraignment and requested that the charges be read so the defendant could take his plea. Following the reading of the charges, Yakubu Adamu pleaded not guilty to all 6 counts, setting the stage for what observers describe as one of the most consequential financial crime trials involving a serving state official in recent years. One of the most disturbing allegations contained in the charge sheet accused Adamu of conspiring, between June and December 2023, with Ishoku Muhammad Aliyu, Managing Director of IS Makai Investment Resources Limited, and Montoko Muhammad Doguri, both currently at large, to launder 4.65 billion Nigerian nairas. According to the EFCC, the funds were fraudulently obtained under the guise of financing the supply of motorcycles to the Bauchi state government, a supply that investigators insist never took place. The prosecution alleged that the money was sourced from a loan facility granted by Polaris Bank PLC, purportedly guaranteed by the Bauchi state government, and was subsequently converted, transferred, concealed, and shared through a web of bank accounts to mask its origin. Another count revealed that Adamu allegedly acquired, retained, and exercised control over 976 million Nigerian nairas, which was paid into the account of IS Makai Investment Resources Limited and later distributed to several individuals and entities. The EFCC claimed that these transactions were carried out with full knowledge, or reasonable suspicion, that the funds were proceeds of unlawful activity linked to the fictitious motorcycle supply contract. Following the defendant's plea, the prosecution urged the court to remand Adamu in custody, citing the seriousness of the charges and the scale of the alleged fraud. Defense counsel, Godi Uche, SAN, immediately applied for bail, but the application was strongly opposed by the EFCC, which argued that the defendant posed a significant risk given the complexity and magnitude of the case. After hearing arguments from both sides, Justice might adjourn the matter to January 2, 2026, for a ruling on the bail application and ordered that the defendant be remanded in EFCC custody pending further proceedings. Investigations by the EFCC painted a deeply troubling picture of systemic abuse of public trust. According to investigators, Emmanuel Asamoah General Enterprises was awarded a contract to supply motorcycles to the Bauchi state government and subsequently secured a 4.65 billion Nigerian nairas loan facility from Polaris Bank to execute the contract. Despite assurances and official correspondence suggesting that the motorcycles had been delivered, EFCC investigations revealed that no motorcycles were ever supplied. In a statement to investigators, Emmanuel Asamoah reportedly disclosed that the funds were released through Yakubu Adamu and the former Accountant General of Bauchi State, Soidu Abubakar, and that he was instructed to transfer the money to multiple accounts provided to him. Further probes revealed that IAB Agro Product and Freight Company Limited, listed as a co-defendant, received a portion of the diverted funds. Perhaps most shocking was the EFCC's revelation that despite written confirmation from the Bauchi state government asserting that the motorcycles had been supplied, investigations conclusively established that the transaction was allegedly a carefully orchestrated scheme to siphon public funds. The case has sparked widespread outrage, with many Nigerians describing it as a tragic and regrettable example of how public trust, meant to serve the people, can be exploited for personal gain. Beyond the billions allegedly lost, the scandal has cast a long shadow over governance, financial institutions, and public accountability in the state. As the trial unfolds, the case stands as a sobering reminder that decisions made behind closed doors can have devastating consequences, crippling public resources, eroding trust in leadership, and leaving ordinary citizens to bear the cost of elite corruption. Thank you for listening to this news, and ensure to subscribe, like and share our news update. Complement of the seasons. Do have a wonderful Christmas celebration and a prosperous New Year.